¿De coño he puesto yo ahora la mascarilla, tío?
Y yo, macho, esto es una estafa, no me dan... De esto hasta... Vamos.
Bueno, señores, procedo a jugar con mascarilla. Porque no puedo con el polvo. Me estoy muriendo.
Polvo. ¿Qué dice, hombre?
No, la llevo en mi cuarto sin entrar un mes y pico, pues hay polvo. Me estoy muriendo con la putolería.
Limpia, guarro, limpia.
Sí, hombre, me voy a bañar a ver qué ahora.
Are we live? One.
I feel retarded.
Yeah, I feel perfect, pero chile, güey. ¿Mm? Jaycee se fue. Jaycee se fue. El vato se fue como... No sé, güey, como a las pinches 8:30. Pero ya va a volver. El vato va a correr en la carrera que va a hacer Hamilton.
¿Pero está su PlayStation aquí?
No, va a correr en su casa.
Sí, pero su Play está aquí, güey.
No,
¿Lo llevó?
nunca lo trajo, güey.
Sí lo trajo, güey.
Su Play, pues yo creo que se lo llevó.
Bueno, o trajo un control.
Trajo el control nada más, güey, ¿no? güey, todo lo que se decía, una carrera que Hamilton se haya retired y was that by now you're not looking so bad. Man United fans see that Sevilla have won 24 out of their last 25 Europa League knockout games. That's that right there, man. Not even gonna lie, that is that. Bueno, hombre, si hay Sevilla y la cosa, como la gente.
kilo. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Alright, for my two bros in that chat, who is the favorite to win the race?
Podium predictions.
Oi. And a big hello to Alejandro Bruman all the way from Mexico coming to watch the stream of Stircrazy Round 2 Russia. It's about to be a banger. We're about to have some controversy, some wheel-to-wheel racing, some penalties. Some stuff will go to the stewards. It's gonna get nasty. We're gonna have some real argy-bargy. Looks like the boys are readying up. They're getting in the mindset, they're preparing themselves, getting their setups ready, their assists ready, their minds ready. Because it's about to go down. 50% race in Russia, 18-minute qualifying. Remember also, full damage, so you have to be really, really careful, and also strict corner cutting. We don't want any cheaters. Alright, the boys are in the pits. 18 minutes are counting. Who will get pole position? As our man from Spain, from Sevilla, Dani Camacho, coming to support JCK92118 in the Alfa Romeo. And there it is, JCK92118 coming out of the pits. The McLaren, all the boys coming out of the pits, trying to get their first laps out there, trying to get their banker laps in there. Alright, as we go on the onboard of our man in the AlphaTauri, the first car to go into the lap. Starting out on the mediums. Interesting, let's see if he can stick the fastest lap on the mediums. Maybe change to the softs later and get a better lap over there. We'll see. We will see. Oi, in the comments, who will win, Sevilla or Manchester United? Alright, starting his lap. Charlie Woti. The man in the AlphaTauri starts off nicely into the main straight. Also a Ferrari starting the lap. JC starting the lap, alright. Oh! He's into the barriers! The AlphaTauri crashes! What's happened? What has happened? Yellow flags are out. Sectors 1 and 3. It appears as if there's no damage to that AlphaTauri. As we go on board with JC. Invalidated lap time for my man Iwot Babunje. About to finish his lap. Oh no, and he spins it. Oh, but it's the outlap. It's the outlap. Alright. And there it is, our first time of the session, a 31.1. And here come our first 3 runners. Some pretty solid times. Alright. Finishing his lap. Oh no, starting. Alright, so JCK92118 has done his lap on the mediums and the rest have done it on the softs. He's been the only person to actually complete a lap on the mediums. We're looking at our man in AlphaTauri, Chale Woti, who has gone into the pits to probably change into the softs because he wants to have a faster time. There he is, coming out with the softs. As we go on board with the racing point. We got a yellow flag. Yellow flag on the back straight. And that's an invalidation for our man. For Black Zoff. On board with Crown Place. Starting out his lap nicely. Turns on the DRS, ERS, all of it. Nicely into the first turn. As he invalidates the time, we go over to the people in Williams in the outlap, about to start his lap. And here we have Breakfast King starting off his lap, brilliant pace. Oh, wait, what? What are you doing, Breakfast? What's happened there? Alright, so the fastest time is a 30.9. The next best time is 2/10 away. The two Mercedes in the front row lockup right now. Provisional front row lockup for Mercedes. Can anybody change that? Will anybody change that? I don't know. Does anybody have the pace? We'll see. Alright, currently only 7 drivers have done their laps. We're almost halfway through the session and only half of the drivers have put in a lap time. On board with Yannis Knight, with Yanni, the Williams man. Oh, almost gets off the track, stays in nicely, uses the whole track, gets that apex brilliantly into this last little straight. And Giannis gets into P5. Very nice lap from my man. That's a solid place to start. Let's see if it holds and let's see how it plays out during the next couple of laps. We all know the track gets stickier as we move, and the lap times will get faster as we progress through the qualifying session. So save your best lap for last, but it's always good to have some decent laps in already in case you can't beat your original time. On board with JC starting out his lap. The Flying Dutchman in his fast lap. Will he improve on his time? Maybe get into the top 3 provisional podium? Who knows? Really using the track, pushing the car to the limit. Will he improve on his time? It's a pretty solid time, I have to say, but you know, he might find those little extra tenths in those turns. Come on, man. As JC has to move over to the side, he does. That's an invalidation for JC. That's an invalidation for Shalewoti. Alright. Let's see how the Red Bull man, Marij Milan. Marin. I'm gonna call you Marin Milan. I'll just call you Milan. I'm gonna just call this man Milan. Because there's also another guy with the same name, and I don't know how to say it, so I'm just gonna call this man Milan. Alright, into the final sector. What time will he get? And he goes into P6, only using 35% of his ERS. He goes into the next lap. That's a proper time with the amount of ERS he used. I'm betting he's gonna improve very much on his time. Maybe get himself into P4, possibly P3. Another invalidation. Alright, the racing point here on a fast lap on the mediums. can the Racing Point get a decent time on the mediums? Start off the race on a different strategy, a much more favorable strategy, because in these 50% races, starting off on the softs can be a problem, because you either have to two-stop or go on the hards for a really long time. Maybe risk it on the mediums if you're crazy, but yeah, the mediums is a bet, but obviously it's less fast for qualifying, but you know, it might pay off in the race. We'll see. The race is what matters. Alright, let's check the comments section. I haven't checked this in a bit. Alright, crossing the line on the mediums, jumps all the way to P7. That is a very, very nice lap to have. That is a brilliant lap to have on the mediums. Very high up on the grid, very tough grid, and on the mediums, can go on for a really long time. That's very nice. He's the only man who's actually done a lap on the mediums, actually. We got anybody else doing fast laps? Lap. Alright. Crossfire Strikes needs to have a proper lap right here. He is in 18th place. It does not get worse. He doesn't have a time. There's 4 minutes left. He needs to perform right here. He needs to deliver. He needs to deliver for Renault, for his friends, for his family. He needs to get the job done for the French team right here. They're all relying on him. He's got all of Paris on his shoulders, watching him right now. As he invalidates? No. He keeps it valid. Keeps the lap valid. Careful. Oh, he keeps the lap valid again. He continues Crossfire Strikes, keeps on going. Playing a very dangerous game with the track limits, but he's still alive. The stewards have been nice with him. Going into the main DRS zone, the main overtaking zone. Going through the gears nicely. Into the final sector. What will the time be? This time has to be crucial in case he doesn't get to do another fast lap. Alright, let's see it. Let's see it from Crossfire Strikes. Let's see what he does. And he jumps all the way to P11. I mean, it's not the best in the world, but I got to tell you, it is way better than being last. P11 will definitely be better than last. Another invalidation for JCK92118. It's been a very invalidated qualifying session for the boys. The boys have been struggling out here. They have been having a hard time with the keeping all four on the track. As Irish style F1 starts his fast lap. Can he improve on his time? Can he get the pole position? He's only 0.038 off the leader. And he invalidates the time. What a shame, what a shame. But P2 in a very, very long straight at the start. You can get the slipstream and jump into P1. It's not the worst place to be, P2 in Russia, so it's okay. Another invalidation, another invalidation. Alright, here comes the Dutchman, the Flying Dutchman, YouTube, Marin. In his outlap, trying to get that extra lap and maybe get himself into the top 3 or higher up on the grid. He'll be looking to for sure beat his teammate. I have no clue if this man is doing a fast lap. No, he's not. Alright, into the pits they come. Here comes the Red Bull man, Milan. Whopping pace from Milan. Really smashing the throttle through those corners, getting the maximum speed he can out of that car, extracting every little tenth. Into the main straight, puts on the DRS. Alright, coming into the final turns. P10, Milan, can you improve? Will you improve? Final turn. Last chance here for Milan, and he jumps up to P7. That is brilliant. P7. Nice lap, Milan. Oh, and we have a new pole sitter, a 30.7 from the German man, FLR 219. That's a brilliant lap from the Haas. Here he comes, Uwut Babunjay, the last pole sitter, the P2 man. Here he comes across the line. Will he get P1? And he does. He reclaims pole position in the last seconds. Amazing. This is Formula One, boys. That was glorious. That was absolutely glorious for my man Baboon J. That was the definition of delivering a solid lap time when you need to deliver one. Oh, my man Chalet Wote jumps into P2, pushes the German into P3. Here comes JC after a horrible qualifying session into the pits. Head up, the race is what matters. Here comes, I believe this man is on his fast lap and he's getting blocked by his teammate. Look at the scenes, the Red Bulls. Oh no. Oh, he's gonna be fuming. Marco Kenya is gonna be fuming to his teammate. He's gonna be all up in the Discord, calling the stewards, asking for a penalty. Goes up into P13. Not even a bad time. He could have had a better time if his teammate wasn't in front. Completely compromised his line, but that's something they'll have to sort out, their teammates. And there it is. I believe that is the end of the qualifying. Alright, so that's the end of the qualifying. Very, very exciting qualifying. A lot of different pole sitters. But who's going to take it in the race? There he is talking in the game chat. Marco Kenya, the man from Africa, talking to his Dutch teammate in Red Bull. Oh, I just realized both of the guys that are called Marion are Dutch. God. Alright, we have some people in the chat. Francisco Valenzuela from Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico, coming to watch the race, coming to support. I don't even know. But cheers, mate. How you been? We're about to have some proper racing, some real wheel-to-wheel action right here. Stircrazy, round 2, Russia. Does it get any better? Not even. Alright, the drivers getting ready, mentally prepared, got their strategies figured out. That's one light. Oh, my bad. It's safety lap. I mean, what's this called again? The formation lap. Had a bit of a whoopsie there. Alright, the drivers warming up their tires, trying to get them nice and warm, because you don't want to start off the race with cold tires, because that means you'll lose all the positions. That is not what you want. You want to have nice and warm to start off, get off that line quickly, because in the start, no matter where you are on the grid, a bad start will ruin you and will make your race 10 times more difficult. Okay, we'll be seeing a pole to finish race. Will Baboon J finish the race in P1? Or will the racers behind them have something to say about that? Alright, the starting grid, we have Baboon J in P1. In P2 we have Chalet Bote. In the P3 we have the German man FLR 219. In P4 and 5 we have the two Mercedes I Restyle and Basket Emile. Here are the predicted pit stop strategies. Or you'll start off on the softs and either choose the hards or the mediums. Obviously the hards will be a better bet for the long run, for the safer bet on the end of the race, have a little bit better tires. Or if you're looking to overtake some people at the moment, you'll get the mediums, maybe get a bit of an undercut. Who knows, everybody's got something else in their mind. We might even get some two-stop strategies. You never know. Safety car can change everything in a split second, so drivers have to be on their feet ready to change their strategies, because the strategies are never what you think in a league race, because league races get hectic. There's no mercy in league races. People are here to win. People are here to compete. Alright, P6 and 7, Crown Place and YouTube Marin Milan in P8. P9 we have that Porsche dude. In P10 we have Giannis Knight. SKGR Old Wine in P11 in the Racing Point. The Williams Black Zoth into P12. Marco Kenya P13. Crossfire Strikes the Renault into P14. P15. Oh, we have a man disqualified. Breakfast King has been disqualified from the race. What has happened? What has happened? Alright. One light, two lights, three lights, four lights. And it's lights out. And away we go. And the boys are off. Oh, and Baboon J into P3 from the start. Here comes Charlie Woods into P1. The German man right behind them getting the slipstream. Seeing if he can get it. There's a massive crash in the back. Who's that? Black Salt has retired from the session. They go wheel to wheel. The AlphaTauri man is in front. Charlie Woods into P1. Here comes a Ferrari into P. Oh, safety car. And here I am commentating like they're all going wheel to wheel. It's a safety car. Who is out of the race? That is Black Zoth out of the race. Who has damage? Who has been affected? I don't know. I really don't know. We have a Renault all the way in the back trying to get himself back in the pack. Seems like the Renault doesn't have any damage. Alright, safety car. Will cars go into the pits? Will they not? Will they change for mediums, the ones who started for softs? Will they put on the hards? Will they stay out? Obviously the cars with damage are gonna are gonna go in the pits to change out their wings. Which tires will they get? We'll see. Alright. So after the start, the man in P1 drops all the way to P2. What's happening? Oh, is that? Oh my, is that? Wait, what's happening? Williams going into the pits alongside Breakfast King. What has happened? What has happened here? It seems as if the standings are glitched out. They are not correct. As you can all see, Chalet Wote. Oh, Baboon J, 5-second penalty, severe collision. Oh, they've crashed during the safety car. Oh no! What's going on? What's going on? The two drivers crashed during the safety car. What a shame. That 5-second penalty is gonna hurt. Unless he can get it away during another safety car in the pits. Unless it's gonna be at the end of the race, which I don't know. Don't know, lads. The Ferrari here looking very ambitious, looking very racy right now. He's trying to get back into the lead because the pole sitter always wants to be in front. The fastest man on paper, he has to prove it. But can the racecraft of the other drivers make him stay behind? There's already some controversy going on in the Discord chat. The lads are already battling it out. Whose fault is what? The stewards will decide. Alright, one more lap of the safety car and we will resume racing. The green flags will come out and the action begins. So, if you're looking to go to the bathroom, if you're looking to get a snack, do it now. Because the action will come back in about 2 minutes. How will the Mercedes duo do? Will they make some overtakes? Will they stay there? Will we see team orders? Hamilton versus Rosberg? Who knows? Could be a pretty good battle. We might be getting some messages from Toto. Alright, this should be the last lap of the safety car. The car will be coming in and the racing will resume. All drivers have a second chance at glory here. All the cars are packed up. Even the guy in last place has a chance to get a good result. Alright, so we have 3 people on the mediums. SKGR Old Wine, JC, and Breakfast King are on the mediums. Jack the King is on the softs. 2-lap old softs. They are on the alternative strategy. Will it work out for them? We'll see at the end of the race if the strategies cross. We're gonna have some epic battles. Epic battles. Some wheel-to-wheel action. Oh, and it's a 5-second penalty for Marco. Severe collision with crossfire strikes. Another 5-second penalty. The 5-second penalties are coming out left, right, and center under the safety car. People cannot keep their front wings off the gearboxes of the car in front. Come on, people, you gotta stay disciplined. As we resume racing, the leaders are off. The leader gets away well, gets a decent gap. Oh, just a bit of lag. We're all good. Oh no, Baboon J, what has happened to Baboon J? Down to P13, what is going on? He gets overtaken. He gets overtaken by Archie. Something horrible has happened to Baboon J. The Mercedes going at it wheel to wheel. Ivory style out in front. Basket and Mule doesn't want to be there for long. He wants to be the dominant Mercedes. He wants to be the #1 driver, but everybody knows you got to earn that seat. As here come the 2 McLarens hunting the 2 Mercedes. It's a 2v2 battle. But let me tell you, I don't think both McLarens are on the same team. Here we have it. We have a sandwich of 2 Red Bulls and an AlphaTauri. That Porsche dude looking to get in front of Marin Milan. Milan defending well, showing nice pace. Here it is, the battle for 13th place. He takes a dive down the inside of the Renault. The Williams is through, pushes the Renault off the track. Williams gets the inside line, holds it, and takes the overtake. That's a brilliant move from the Williams. Here comes Breakfast King, trying to make a dive down the inside. Will he do it? No. These cars go wheel to wheel. We have the Williams, the Renault, and the Ferrari. The battle for 13th. Williams still out in front and settled down a little bit. In a couple of lap times, we'll have DRS and the battles will start getting saucy. Oh, we already have the two racing points trying to have a go at breakfast. A nice overtaking move from the Ferrari in the straight, gets past the Renault. Now, hunting down the Williams. The Williams getting closer, 10th by 10th to JC. How long can JC hold this 12th position? Now JC is only 4/10 behind his rival. Can he get past the Haas? Archie looking to defend JC on the mediums, on the worst tire. Archie should have the advantage, but pure pace, some raw pace might just get the job to an 85% ERS. Turns it off, tries to get the slipstream, turns the ERS back on. DRS wide open, main straight, easy pass, shouldn't be too hard of up. Oh, and the Haas gets through with amazing straight line speed. The Alfa Romeo of JC couldn't do it with the DRS. We have a big train of cars here, a big battle going on here for third place. It seems as if second place has a bit of a gap. First place seems as if already won the race, although the The man in the Haas is not too far behind, almost in the DRS, pushing to get into that DRS, because once he gets that DRS, he knows he can stick with him. Irie style, pushing to get out. Here comes Emil with DRS. Into the hard braking zone, nothing happens. To McLaren's YouTube Marin doing brilliantly in front of his teammate, trying to get maybe in front of a Mercedes, and it's a crash. It's a crash from the Haas. Archie into the barriers. What has happened? It's been a collision with Yanis Knight. I haven't seen the collision. I don't know whose fault it is, but I'm sure we'll have some controversy and some stewards' decisions about that. Into 11th place, JC 2.5 seconds away from Crossfire Strikes. Crossfire Strikes 4.6 seconds away from the man in front. The two Red Bulls making a sandwich of the AlphaTauri. 3 Honda engines roaring in a little trio. As here go the Racing Point, and the Ferrari of breakfast goes round the outside the Racing Point. The Ferrari just can't quite get the speed. Oh, Merlin! He's out of the race! Merlin's out of the race. Has he broken his wheels? Has he retired? What's happened? I feel like he's crashed out of the race. I can't get a... Oh, there he is. In the barriers. That's a race over. That's a safety car. And that's a safety car. What will the pit strategies be? Oh, Uwo into the pits. It's a brilliant move. He served his penalty under the safety car. The luck is on his side today. Will Baboon J be able to get back up to the front? We know he's got the pace. We know he's got the determination. Can he do it? It's going to be a show. It's going to be a climb for this man. As here come the front runners. Will they jump into the pits, put on the hards? 20 laps till the end? I believe so. Here they come. Into the pits the leader goes. Second place as well, third place as well, fourth place, fifth place. Everybody and their mamas are going into the pits right now. They're all trying to get that fresh rubber, all trying to get that pit under the safety car. And we have some collisions. The AlphaTauri and the Red Bull collide. That Porsche 5-second penalty he's been given, but it doesn't matter. He'll serve it here in the safety car and it will all be fine. JC into the pits, 7-lap old mediums. What's the move gonna be? Which tire will he put on? Puts on the hards. Okay, so the leaders, we have a lot of people putting on the mediums, trying to go to the end of the race on the mediums, which is, I wouldn't say not even hard, but it's not easy. You might have some trouble at the end of the race, and the people in the hards will be going faster than you. But hey, everybody's put on the mediums. JC's put on the hards. Seems as if mediums is the right call. There's still some people who've put on... We have a Racing Point that's put on the soft tire, trying to see if he can get some fast overtakes. I don't know if he's praying for another safety car or if he's just having a gamble. I believe this man's having a gamble right now. So Jackie the King took the sacrifice of staying on his hard tires, keeping track position into P3, although he will have to pit at some point in the race. We'll see how this plays out. You never know. Formula 1 changes very quickly. Alright, so into P1. The AlphaTauri in front of the Ferrari. Then comes the Renault of Jack the King. Haas. The Mercedes of Basket, YouTube, Giannis, JC, Marco, Restyle, and the rest of the grid. We've got 2 retirees, 17 racers remaining. A lot of points up for grabs. Championship is getting pretty tight. Only the second race, but it will get tight. Baboon J, 3 second penalty, multiple warnings. It's a shame sometimes it happens. You lose focus, you're relaxing under the safety car, you do an accidental corner cut, and boom, there it is. 3 seconds to the end of your race, and those do hurt. Alright, the safety car will be doing one more lap, and then we'll resume to some racing. And that's a 5-second penalty for Crown. In P16, and they wait the 5 seconds under the safety car. Gets over the penalty, gets some new wheels. Totally worth it. Changes the damage. Alright, so we're gonna have a pretty tough battle in P16 and 17, as we have two very fast very fast drivers that are trying to get back up to the front, so I would imagine they won't try to race each other and maybe just climb the field together. Who knows? A little bit of an argy-bargy going on over here. JC gets back in front of Yanis. Marco had some bits of controversy during this race, but you know, safety cars, they resettle that. They give you a second chance. They give you a chance to be a better person in life. That's what safety cars do. So if you're trying to be a better person in life, use this safety car to change your life. Put on them new fresh mediums, man. You gotta go to the end of the race on these. Alright, Jack the King on 8-lap old hards. How long can he keep the front runners here? How long until he goes into the pits, and where will he come out? JC on the hard tire. I do gotta say, I don't feel like Russia is a track where the tires matter as much as other tracks. So having the hard tire is the safe bet, but the aggressive bet is the mediums. The mediums will definitely go to the end of the race now with this other safety car. Alright, safety car in this lap. Away it goes into the pits. Chalet Wotley will be looking to get this race restart perfectly. We'll be looking to get off the line. It's a 5-second penalty for JC. It's a collision with Giannis. Is that a brake check? Is that a collision? What has happened? Who ran into who? The stewards will decide. But we're off. 3-second penalty for JC. Chalet Wotley off very quickly in the fresh mediums. Breakfast King 7-lap old mediums, 1.6 seconds behind. Can he close the gap? Jack the King trying to keep the pack behind him. 8-lap old hards, 9-lap old hards. Penalties are flying everywhere. The stewards are handing out penalties like hot dogs. Wheel to wheel, the Renault and the Haas. The Haas desperately looking to get in front of the Renault as he's holding up the pack. He's got a huge train behind him. People are getting frustrated. Breakfast King building up a huge gap. It's already 3 seconds to the man in third. That's a nice gap to have if you're the man in second. As he's getting overtaken by the whole pack, the Renault's starting to fall behind. He's starting to lose focus. His tires are just not doing what they want them to do. And that's the fastest lap for Chalet Wotley. That's a 3-second penalty for the German. Yanis has retired from the session. That's the third retiree of the night in last place. We have Baboon J and JC. Is that has he gone into the pits? That's 2 stops for JC already, 2 stops for Baboon J. Back of the pack. Another safety car is needed to revive the race for the back Macas. But apart from that, we got a huge DRS train. We've got people battling it out left, right, and center. AlphaTauri and Renault go wheel to wheel. As they bang wheels, the Renault keeps the line. Oh, the Renault moving dangerously across the straight. Through goes the Mercedes. The Renault down into 8th place. 9th place, the other Mercedes gets past the Mercedes and into 7th and 8th. It's a huge corner cut from Jack the King. 3-second penalty, tries to go round the outside. Gets the Racing Point, gets through as well. The Renault behind them, crossfire strikes, goes round the outside. Oh, he's getting eaten up by the whole crowd. Jack the King cannot keep a position. He's absolutely getting hammered out there. Come on, Jack. Keep it together, mate. You got this. Focus, mate. YouTube. We've got a 3-way battle for for second place. DRS open for the 2 cars behind. The Ferrari trying to keep him there. As is a little spin for YouTube, Marin. It's a little swirly spins. Crown Place trying to charge his way up the field all the way from the back with the 2-stop strategy. Already changes his wing when in the safety car. Whoa, that was close. That was very, very close. Very, very dangerous from the Racing Point. You gotta be careful out there. You can't be doing that type of stuff. And that's a 3-second penalty for Archie. Oh, and that's another corner cut for Archie. Baboon J with another 3-second penalties. People cannot stay inside of the track today for some reason. We got some very undisciplined people. Oh, the battle for second and third. It gets heated up. They're going wheel to wheel. Oh, he closes the door. Takes some wing off the Ferrari. The Ferrari spins. Breakfast King fuming. Wing damage to Breakfast King. Can he keep it together? Can he keep it? Dives it down the inside again. Bang wheels again. Round the outside goes the Racing Point. Multiple warnings for Porch Dude. That Porchy Dude. Made a move, gained some places into P5. Marco Kenya, after all the controversy in the beginning, all the stuff that was going on, into P4, got his head together, head down, started racing, took advantage of every single opportunity that was given to him. Hats off to this man. Here we have a battle. Basket Emil trying to get past that Porsche dude. Alright, we've got people in the pits. Jack the King and Breakfast King. Both of the Kings are in the pits. JCK gets in the pits. JCK retires from the session. That's our 4th retiree of the night. The Racing Point going wheel to wheel with the Mercedes. Going down the inside. Nice move onto the straight. Turns on DRS. And away he is. Very, very nice move from the Racing Point. The Racing Point looking to charge his way up through the field. He can, if he keeps his pace up consistently, he can get it up to P2. P1, I think we can all safely say, is away in 1. GG's to this man. And unless he spins and dies, then that's the only way. He's not winning. Oh! The Racing Point! Jack the King gets another 3-time second penalty. Multiple warnings. Archie, another penalty. I feel like we're about to start seeing some disqualifications of so many penalties. You start racking up all those penalties, you'll start to get disqualified. That is not what you want, let me tell you. Here we have the Racing Point on the soft tire, getting past all these medium runners because this man has to pit again. That's another 3-second time penalty for Crown Plays. Another 3-second penalty. He goes, the Racing Point on the better tire, trying to get past the AlphaTauri, has the better pace. Can the AlphaTauri defend? Is it wise for him to defend and lose this time, or should he just give the position to the Racing Point, who gets out in front, turns on the DRS, and is away? Not yet. The Racing Point looking to get out in front, gets the move done. Nice. Crossfire Strikes leaves the session. That's not a retiree yet. He can still rejoin the session. I don't believe he will though. The two Mercedes staying together the entire race. Doesn't matter what happens, safety car, no safety car. The Mercedes they're a team, they're sticking together, they're pulling through. P7 and P8, solid points for Mercedes. Mercedes having a look at the AlphaTauri. Can he get past? Looking very feisty here. Sneaks his way down the inside, gets the inside line. Goes around the outside. Brilliant from the Mercedes. Now the AlphaTauri splits both Mercedes. Can iRestyle get in front of this AlphaTauri and get back to his Mercedes teammate Baboon J with another penalty? Crown Plays now creeping up behind iRestyle because iRestyle is trying to get past the AlphaTauri, and it's holding up a little train there, and now we can get maybe some action for Crown Plays here, trying to get an overtake on maybe both of them. Who knows? Crown Plays was all the way at the bottom. He had some problems. That's the retirement from Baboon J. As iRestyle overtakes the AlphaTauri. That Porsche dude is getting eaten up by the whole front runners. We've got some very fast people starting off with this man, the Racing Point, but the Racing Point has to pit. I don't know when, but it won't be long because he's on the softs. I don't believe he can go till the end. Maybe, who knows, maybe he goes to the end on the softs. Maybe he pulls off a Sebastian Vettel. We all saw Seb pull off that today. Maybe my man on the 7-lap old softs can pull off 11 more laps and finish on 18-lap old softs, which is, it's possible. It's very possible. It's not easy. He's gonna have to defend. This race is gonna get very interesting towards the end. But I'm very intrigued to see how this plays out. To see how this Racing Point can hold on. He has to extend his lead as much as he can because his tires are already not going as fast as they normally would. So he is pulling away. He's out of the DRS, which is crucial for him because he's in the DRS of the car out in front. So now he can build up a bigger gap and have a safety cushion, because let me tell you, he's gonna need it. Oh, and that's another thing. Marco Kenya and the Mercedes going wheel to wheel. Bang wheels the Mercedes, trying to get past. On the outside lane goes a Red Bull. Wheel to wheel inside the Red Bull. Brilliant wheel to wheel racing, clean racing. That's exactly what we want to see. The Mercedes out in front. The other Mercedes trying to get a peek through. It's a sandwich. We got the buns as a Mercedes and the ham and cheese as a Red Bull. That's another penalty for Archie. Brilliant. Here comes Marco Kenya. Marco Kenya does not want to stay behind the Mercedes. The Mercedes does not have DRS. Can he take full advantage of this? Uses the DRS, gets a defensive level. We go 3 wide into turn 1. The Mercedes backs off. It's still the same sandwich as that Porsche dude gets back into the race. So does Crown Plays. Crown Plays is looking to make a climb. I'm telling you, the gap between second place and And ninth place is not a lot. We see a lot of DRS activations. The gap between the Racing Point and the Mercedes is now 2 seconds. He's pushing very, very hard, but has to stay conservative on the tires because he does not want to blow them out. I'm betting that this man is going to finish the race on the softs, but because if he goes into the pits, it's over. I mean, he might get a point, but I think it's much more worth it to risk it. That's another penalty for Crown Plays. Honestly, I don't know how the race is going to end because there's so many penalties to be added up. We have some very, very close action here. Crown Plays desperately looking to get in front of that Porsche dude. They're all on the same tire. Although Crown Place has 1 lap fresher tires than everybody. Oh, and it's a battle. It's a battle for second place as YouTube. Marin gets DRS, puts on overtake, does the dummy, defends very, very well. The German, the McLaren, going up behind the Haas, trying to get that slipstream around this long sweeping left-hander. Can he get down the inside? Uses the inside lane, the shorter lane. Can he make a dive down the inside? He won't. He's going to wait to the DRS zone. But during this battle, these guys are getting slowed down, and the Racing Point is looking to get in the DRS of YouTube, Marin, and maybe extend this gap even more to the 2 Mercedes behind. As we have the fight here with the Red Bull and the Mercedes, it seems as if the Mercedes has pulled away a little bit and the 2 Honda engines are going at it, the Red Bull and the AlphaTauri. Oh, Crown Plays looking to make a move on Porsche Dude. He's been behind Porsche Dude for a couple of laps now, but Porsche Dude has had DRS every lap and he's not been able to get past him. Desperately pushing, desperately trying to get it past because the race is starting to end, the laps are starting to count down, and this McLaren needs to rack up some more points or else his teammate YouTube Marin is going to be upset because the constructors, you know, you want to win that one too. That Porsche dude defending with his life. Oh, and that's into the barrier. Into the barrier goes Crown Place, damages his wing, gets a 3-second time penalty, and this is not looking good for our man in the McLaren. Another 3-second penalty for Porsche dude. I don't even know if they're racing or just seeing who can get more 3-second penalties. This is absolute madness. I have never seen so many penalties in my life. That's another 3-second time penalty for Archie. He has to be on the brink of death. Can Archie finish the race? I think one more penalty and that's an execution for Archie. He will be disqualified from the race. Oh, as the Racing Point gets past the McLaren. Amazing. On the soft tire, can he pull away? 10-lap-old softs and he's still pulling away. He's showing insane racecraft. Very, very nice tire management from the Racing Point. This is inspiring Formula 1 right here from our man SKRG Oldwine. SKGR, my bad. Defending the McLaren with the DRS through the final sector. Marco Kenya looking to close the gap, maybe get into the DRS of the Mercedes. Doesn't seem like he's gonna... Oh! I don't know, it's on and off. We'll see how it is in the detection zone. Does he get DRS? He does get DRS. Now he can stay with that Mercedes and keep on attacking him. It's because it seems as if... Oh no, the Mercedes are pulling each other. It's been amazing how the Mercedes have stayed together the whole race in the DRS. Like they are like a duo, man. The McLaren, every lap the McLaren should have a little bit more of an advantage on the Racing Point as the tires are going to start to fall off for the Racing Point in the softs, which was then oh, Crown Plays retires from this session. That's a DNF. That's a DNF for Crown Plays. That is our. Oh, and now I need to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 retirees during this race. Only 12 remain. That Porsche dude looking to get in front of Marco Kenya. Here comes Marco Kenya defending. Now we're starting to get into the final stage of this race, the final 6 laps. Will the two Mercedes have a battle? Will they ever go at each other, or will they stay together? Who knows? The man from McLaren, YouTube Marin, wheel to wheel with the Racing Point, gets the inside lane, gets the move done. Nice job. Pushes the Racing Point outside of the track. I don't know if that overtake's gonna hold. There might be a steward's decision on that because he also went off the track. But that will be for the stewards. I'm not a steward. I'm a commentator. That Porsche dude and Marco Kenya going at it. Seems like this is going to be their battle for the last part of the race. Just between them two. I don't think they'll catch up to the Mercedes in the time that's remaining, but it's still possible. And we have a collision. The Alpha Tauri gets a little nick in his front wheel, spins off, taps the barrier. Doesn't seem like he's got damage. Marco Kenya's through. I think I'm gonna have to call that one just a racing incident. Seemed like both were respectful. It was just unlucky. 3-second penalty for Marco Kenya again. I don't know if Marco Kenya's been getting a lot of penalties, but a lot of people have. Here come the two Mercedes. Still together as ever. Oh. Alright, so seems as if we've got two battles. We've got the battle of 3rd and 4th and the battle of 5th and 6th. The two Mercedes don't seem like they're battling. It seems more as a chase. YouTube and SKGR Old Wine. Now these two are going at it. SKGR looking if he can get past this lap, because every lap that passes will only get harder for him. He needs to get past now and defend for his life, or else it is over. Turns on overtake, DRS wide open. We go on the onboard. Does not take the dive down the inside, very carefully driving this car because he can lose the grip at any moment, and that's race over. P4 is not a bad place to be considering where this man was at the beginning of the race, and if he can hold this 4th place and not get caught by the Mercedes in the remaining laps, actually, because the Mercedes are starting to creep up behind them, 1.8 seconds behind. The two Mercedes are charging up behind SKGR Old Wine. Will he hold them behind before the race ends? He does have DRS, which is massively helping him keep that distance to the Mercedes because he needs those places. In fact, I don't even know if any of these places are gonna stand because most of them have time penalties. The only one I think is gonna stand is P1, and the rest of the drivers all have lots of penalties which will be added at the end. The Mercedes closing the gap a little bit. 1.5 seconds, 1.4 seconds. Can he get in the DRS? The Racing Point pushing for his life, trying to build that gap from the Mercedes. The Mercedes coming, both Mercedes coming in the medium tires, hunting down that Racing Point. The pink Mercedes. Can he keep him behind? Very well done from SKGR to stay in the DRS of the car in front. That's keeping him alive. I gotta tell you, without the DRS of YouTube Marin, of the McLaren, he would not be safe, because the two Mercedes are coming at a pretty decent speed with much fresher tires, much better, faster tires. Oh, seems as if the back Mercedes is gonna have a go at his teammate. Toto Wolff says don't fight, but he says I don't care. He's looking to get in front. The pit wall's going fuming. The gap closing back up to 1.4 seconds. Ivory Style needs to get into the DRS before... Oh no. Oh no. Back away he goes. In the DRS. As we see the gap, 1.2 seconds. How far up will it go with the DRS? Goes up to 1.4 second gap. And it starts fluctuating down. Can he take the 2/10 down? Ivory Style pushing to get into that DRS, into the next straight. Couple laps to go. Ivory Style pushing to the max. And the Racing Point just keeping those tires alive, just nursing the tires home, nursing those softs. Holding the he's out of the DRS. He's out of the DRS, but they're both out. SKRG is out of the DRS. Now he is not in safe grounds. Neither does Ivory Style, but Ivory Style has the fresher tires, has the advantage, and will look to overtake. 36% ERS. SKRG on much lower battery, much lower tires. I think this might be the end of P4 for the Racing Point. Oh, and he's starting to get back in the DRS. SKGR old line pushing, barely fluctuating over on and off the DRS. If he's in the DRS, he might stay safe. He might just keep that speed during the straight line to keep himself in this race. The Mercedes pushing with all their might in the DRS. I think now they're safely in. Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not. It's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. Both barely across the 1 second part. None of them have DRS. It has to be here for Ivory Style. Ivory Style needs to stay within the DRS of the Racing Point, or it's going to get very complicated, because the Racing Point, although his tires are very worn out and he doesn't have as much ERS, he's a very fast driver, and I can probably tell you that this man's pretty good at defending. So Ivory Style opens up the DRS, turns on the overtake. We're gonna go on board with Ivory Style for this next part. Ivory Style smelling that podium position. He can see the podium position right in front of him. Can he push towards it? 27% ERS. Alright, now they're clearly in the DRS. It seems as if YouTube Marin, I don't know if he's purposely putting SKGR into his DRS, but he is, and he's giving life to SKRG to hold on to this P4. Basket Emil hasn't really been a threat to Irie style this entire race. It's been the two Mercedes together the entire race. I mean, they even would overtake cars together. Like, oh, Irie style gets in front. Told you, told you. These guys just overtake. Like, they're a team. They're the Mercedes duo. They don't leave a man behind. But hey, at the end of the day, they got the job done. They're into P4 and 5, possibly getting themselves a podium if the gods say so and the stars align and the man in P3 spins. Final lap of the race. Turns on the overtake. 46% from the Mercedes. Every lap of the race, he's been behind. Into the last lap. Makes a dive down the inside. They go wheel to wheel. Irie Style bangs wheels. Gets in front. I don't know if it's just going to stick. I don't know if Irie Styles can keep that position, but he done his teammate. SKGR slips in between the Mercedes. This is a final lap. Hectic lap. Here we go. Staying patient. Taking a peek. Braking nicely. Irie Styles looking to get away. Has a nice gap. 9/10. Even with DRS, I don't think that's going to be closable. Looks like Irie Styles is going to finish in 4th here. But Basket of Meal might have something to say about that to the stewards, because I didn't see it clearly, but to me, Irie Styles left the track and rejoined in front after the overtake of Basket of Meal. But that's something for the stewards to decide. DRS wide open, turns on the overtake, gets the move done. SKRG is behind. Across the line goes the AlphaTauri in P2. We'll go FR, FLR, FLR. The battle is over here. Goes across the line. P3 goes across the line as well. The two Mercedes finish the race nicely in 4th and 5th. SKGR with the penalties gets into P4. Very disciplined driving. That is proper. I gotta say that is a proper job for my man in the Racing Point. That is driver of the day right there. Alright, so who is your driver of the day? As the back markers, the final points go to Breakfast King. What a man. Ya sabes los que... As he sprays the champagne onto the fans, celebrates his victory. 2nd round, that's a victory for the AlphaTauri. Brilliant job. Commanding race from P1. Didn't get much attention because this man was just leading the race, directing the race. Did not make any mistakes. I don't think this man got much penalties. I didn't see any penalty. 6-second penalty for the man in P1, but was way ahead. Easily, comfortably through P1. P2, the German, solid race, very clean man. Into P3 we have YouTube Marin, showed nice pace during the whole race, very clean driving. P4. Well, that's the end of the stream, lads.